Racita, el día de hoy me encuentro con John de Supra.
Delago.
Co-founder.
Yes.
Co-founder de Supra. Supra es una Layer 1 que está basada en el lenguaje de programación MEV. Y ayer nos encontramos jugando Poker Cash en el evento de Blockworks. Tuvimos una conversación muy interesante y pues vamos a entrar a alto nivel qué es Supra, por qué Supra, el lenguaje de programación que tienen y pues qué objetivos tienen. Entonces, John, nice to have this chat with you. How are you feeling today?
Feeling great. So we're here at MoveCon. This is the third MoveCon we've done at ETH Denver. So this is the third year.
It's the third one.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
So at Supra, we've been really interested in Move even back in the Libra days when Libra at Facebook were developing in MoveLang and MoveVM. And so we were following their progress back then, and we had our researchers put a lot of effort into researching Move, and they felt like, oh, this could actually be the language that could compete with Ethereum, Solidity, and the EVM world. So we're here at MoveCon, and thank you for coming and joining us.
Okay, one question. When this happened, Sui and Aptos are both teams from this Facebook initiative of developing a blockchain.
Yeah.
That's when you guys started to do the research on Move, or how?
We researched Move even before Aptos and Sui started.
Oh, okay.
It's back before they were one team at Libra at Facebook. And so, of course, Facebook has really great developers. Actually, Facebook created some amazing programming languages. And Move and MoveLang, as well as the MoveVM, also came from the team at Facebook. Specifically, the co-founder of Sui, Sam Blackshear. And so Sam is really great. And Move is just very interesting. Our researchers found it to be a very interesting language. It's just much more secure and less ability to actually code bugs in Move, whereas Solidity is just so easy to kind of to accidentally have a bug here or there. So I remember Sam Blackshear mentioned to me, also the other co-founder of Sui, Denny. He mentioned that Move is the first programming language that was built specifically for and specifically to make assets or crypto the main the main deal, so to speak. Yeah. So we've been bullish on the Move ecosystem for a long time. This is the third MoveCon. It's been 3 years, and we think that it'll definitely rival Ethereum and the Solidity.
And Solana.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
How do you see, like, because I see like you guys are colleagues, friends on this, because it's this event is in collaboration with Sui.
Yes.
So may I ask, why Supra? Why another layer 1?
Yeah, so first of all, we have Sui here and also IOTA. IOTA was there's kind of an OG blockchain that's been around since like 2016, 2017.
Oh, really?
And they came up with one of the first DAG protocols in crypto, and Sui has like a hybrid like blockchain and DAG.
What is DAG?
It's a acyclic graph, but it's a different type of way of running consensus, and it's different infrastructure architecture. But IOTA is one of the first to do that, and now they see the success of Sui and MoveLang, and they've also converted to use Move and also Sui Move. So why Supra? Why a new L1? So first of all, if you talk, I spoke with Adeniyi, the co-founder of Sui and Hong Kong Consensus, and when we meet, we're like, go team L1, and it's because we believe that you need to scale the L1. Okay. So no matter what, L1 to L1 communication is so much more efficient than having these L2 scaling solutions. We know this because we have experience with oracles. Whether it's communicating data to DeFi on 60, 80 plus chains, or with cross-chain communication and bridging, it's so difficult to bridge assets to layers 2s. And so we're a layer 1, and because we believe that you should scale the layer 1, and layer 1 to layer 1 communication is so much more efficient and better. So it's okay to have multiple layer 1s. We're just kind of against the layer 2 world, this modular world. But why Supra and what makes us different? So Supra is actually not only, so we're live on Move mainnet, but our EVM testnet is live right now. So we're actually a multi-VM chain. So we're starting with Move VM, but also EVM, Ethereum apps will be able to deploy on Supra, and then we're going to have Solana VM and Wasm, which is the Cosmos ecosystem. And we're basically giving, all of these VMs are going to be operating on one chain. It's not separate side chains or L2s, etc. And I believe this is going to be the first instance of that in the space. So we're really innovating, having multiple virtual machines on one chain. Why? Well, one, there's a lot of liquidity and current apps that are built in the Ethereum world. And why not allow those applications to also build on Supra, and also we can tap into that liquidity. Solana as well, Wasm is also. So we're giving developers the optionality of being able to build in multiple languages and multiple virtual machines. So that's one huge benefit, right? So I could stop there and people would be like, okay, that's cool, multi-VM on one blockchain. But also Supra is what we call vertically integrating Oracle services. So usually in Oracle, let me back up one step. Blockchains are like this ledger of like understanding who owns what. And that's really all a blockchain is. In order for blockchain to have more functionality like a computer would, you need external services. And those are called oracles to get data, to trigger automation or smart contracts. You need these external protocols to do that traditionally. So for example, and if you build an Ethereum application or let's just say an Aptos application, you need an external oracle for automation or price feeds. And so there's you have to be able to communicate. A DeFi application or application on Aptos or Ethereum would need to communicate with these external protocols. So there's latency, that's introduced with that. And there's also inefficiency and also different security assumptions. So we thought, why don't we vertically integrate? Why don't we combine at the layer 1 level oracles? So you can actually get Oracle data in block by block basis to power DeFi, to automate trading, automate liquidations, to automate many things. And you can actually have those data, what we call zero latency, zero block latency automation or oracles. That just makes what we call better execution quality. You can execute things, if you compare this to the traditional world of
I would love to
high frequency trading.
I would love to have a comparison for the actual system we have right now for your typical DEX on an L2 and the oracles needed to happen to make all that happen. How much lag you have when you put out the transaction and when the transaction actually gets executed, how Supra deletes all that gap of time. I want the comparison just to visualize it.
So let's visualize it. So you have let's just I'll talk about the L1 level because it's easier.
Okay.
But let's just say you have an Ethereum applications, DeFi application. It's a perpetual protocol. So it's a DEX that allows you to trade assets, right? Now, in order for this protocol or DEX to understand what the prices of these different assets are, they need an oracle, which is searching for the price of Ethereum in USD value or Ethereum in any currency value, right? But you can't just get that from one place because that's really quite unsafe because that data could be wrong. You could, because in this perp DEX, you could get liquidated if a price is all of a sudden goes down far or goes up. So if that price needs to be accurate. So what the oracle does is it runs consensus on pricing data on many different avenues, many different exchanges. So it comes up with like an average or medium value, which you can most likely trust if it's many different sources. So let's go back. So a perpetual protocol uses an oracle network, let's just say Chainlink, to get that price. And there's some latency, like the speed of light or whatever it is. Yeah. There's latency between these two networks now. There's a different token. The different security assumption of Chainlink is not an L1 security. It's now you're trusting some other protocol to verify the data. So you have the perpetual protocol, you get the price, and then what do you do when you get the price? Well, you need to automate something, right? So there's another protocol that you can use like Gelato, which helps you create automation tasks. And so when you have these, they have their own latency. And what happens, you might wonder, well, is a second or 10 seconds, does that mean anything? Is that really a problem? And it turns out it is quite a big problem. And where it's a problem is what it's called MEV, maximum extractable value. And so, or the bad part of MEV. What happens is when someone will kind of know what you're doing in advance during that latency period. So what they could do is they can put their transaction in front of you, buy what you're trying to do, and then sell it back to you at a higher price. And so what we feel
this person that makes this are the validators, right?
It could be the validators. It also could just be traders.
Okay.
It could be
that are looking like at the blocks.
That's right. Yeah. So it can be anyone who is really just taking advantage and trying to extract value out of the ecosystem. And we at Supra, we feel, and also we talked to Sui and some other L1s. We actually think that MEV is not healthy for the end user. Because it's actually extracting value, it's getting it's worse trade quality, more slippage, and you're losing more money for the consumer. And so we don't think that is good for the ecosystem. It also extracts value from the L1 ecosystem itself. So we saw a lot of trading with meme coins and such, and a lot of value has been extracted and might not come back to the consumer, to the ecosystem. That money is gone. So we think having good execution quality is better for the application, for the user, and for everyone. And so that's the Ethereum standard, using this modular protocols. Use this for Oracle, use that for automation. But what we do at Supra is we put that at the L1 level, so you can get the data and you can automate in a single block, which almost completely prevents MEV.
Okay, but one thing that if you get MEV out of the equation, it's one of the main revenues of the validator, so it can affect decentralization maybe. So how do you tackle that?
Right. So we've been thinking about that quite a bit, because how do you incentivize validators to stay with you, and are block rewards enough? Are we going to have enough transactions on our network to actually incentivize,
compensate that part?
Can compensate them. So the answer here is native automation. Being able to use this vertically integrated automation at the L1 level, we can actually automate liquidations or automate arbitrage in the ecosystem, and give part of that revenue to the validator, give part of that revenue to the actual application where the liquidation happened, to incentivize that application and give them some revenue model. And some of that will go back to the Supra treasury. So we're going to try to share revenue of these liquidations using automation and automating liquidations.
Nice.
And auto arbitrage. Yeah, so we're really excited about that. That's something that other L1s really they're not really built for that. And it's something that we will excel
Nice. What about users? Like, what's your go-to-market strategy to get more retail, maybe institutional? What's your main focus right now to?
So we did something called Project Blastoff. This was our Learn to Earn program. It was a point system. We were very early. I think we might have been the first one. This is like 2 years ago, maybe 2.5 years ago. But we did a Learn to Earn program where we taught people about Supra and what we're doing. And it was kind of like an airdrop, over a long period of time. And through that, we were able to get 550,000 KYC'd users, like real people. And we KYC'd, and I know that sounds like that's not really a part of the original blockchain ethos, but we do that because there's so many value extractors that are bad, just like not value add for us.
Myself, sometimes I am that guy. Like,
so we're trying to prevent you.
I'm trying to farm.
Sure. And so we just wanted to make sure that we had real users, and we could use that to build community, and also just good metrics as applications start launching on Supra, that we can have this existing user base to interact and participate in DeFi or GameFi, etc. So we did that. That started 2 years ago. We're launching Project Blastoff 2.0.
Okay.
And so instead of it's just learning and earning, it's going to be more DeFi focused.
Oh, okay.
Like focused on actually like showing people what they can do in DeFi, getting yield here, swapping here, and using different DeFi protocols. And so it's more like an action-based earning campaign. So we call this this campaign is live on Supra now. It's called DeFi Revolution. So we're focused a lot on DeFi. Why? If we can show in DeFi that we have the best execution quality, I think RWAs, gaming, and many different social fi, a lot of different applications. If we can do DeFi best, that's like high frequency trading type thing. If we can do DeFi best, we can do anything. We can be an all-purpose chain. But to answer your question, we're going and tackling DeFi first.
Okay.
And we're going to prove ourselves there. We're going to increase TVL and users, just prove ourselves as the best place for DeFi first.
Nice. Yeah. More of a personal question, but right now, what's your take on this blockchain decentralization ethos? Like, I'm seeing the industry is maturing a lot and going more into the product side of things, and then a lot of OGs don't like that idea. Like, we need to decentralize everything, but what are we doing here if we are not getting any revenue or any applications, any new users? What's like your whole take on that?
There was definitely a time period where DAOs became really popular. Of course, Supra, we have to decentralize, and eventually we're going to have decentralized governance for our L1, and that's of course important to have a protocol that exists beyond my lifetime.
Yeah, of
right.
course.
So we are all about that ethos. Also, at the same time, sometimes you need some sense of centralization to go faster. If you see some DAOs or networks that have complete decentralization, they become slow. But also I've realized there's something like I call like DAO extractable value.
I can
where you can see that, right? Where all of a sudden you have a DAO with a certain amount of money, and everyone's trying to like apply to get a piece of that pie. And it doesn't seem like it's a good system.
It's not.
Because everyone's like thinking, well, who do I need to connect with,
of course,
insider, to get a vote to make it so I can extract value. I don't care about building the product. I just want to extract the value and get the yes. Once you get the grant, then there's no incentive to do anything. So
of course.
I think there is like I think a lot of projects need to go fast and not make mistakes, not big mistakes, but go fast in the beginning.
What can be a big mistake?
Big mistake, the network crashing. Big mistake would be using treasury on something that doesn't make sense, right? Like I don't know, like having a blockchain. Like I know, like I've seen even Ethereum and Vitalik like taking and donating to, let's just say, the rainforest or something. I think public good is great, but there's a reason why private companies do well.
Yeah.
It's because they focus on growth of their institution for the sake of public good, right? Ethereum itself is it's public good itself. Just accelerate that, and so I think that's an example, right?
You still like Ethereum?
Yeah. No, so much respect for Ethereum. I first heard about Bitcoin back when I was at Berkeley in 2010, like really early. But I didn't read the white paper, which was a mistake, and I looked at it as just a speculative Ponzi scheme because I didn't read the ethos. I didn't understand the ethos. That was in 2010. Not many people did, to be honest. I don't think.
Yeah.
But after I graduated, I moved to Taiwan. I learned about Ethereum, and I learned about smart contracts, and I thought, oh, that's really useful.
Which year, like 2013?
This is 2016.
16. Okay.
Yeah, I knew about Ethereum from the meetup groups in Taipei because I live in Taiwan. Okay. Back to like 2014, so pretty early.
Nice.
But I only started getting interested in 2016 after the DAO, there was a hack.
Yeah.
And Ethereum split to Ethereum and Ethereum Classic. It's funny, I was at an event and this guy was trying to convince me Ethereum Classic. And this is the decentralization argument that in talk that we're talking about, is that the argument was Ethereum shouldn't have rolled back the hack for the sake of being a permissionless decentralized network. So you shouldn't have the ability to roll back the chain, right? And so a lot of people agreed that, okay, well, we're going to stay with the original fork of Ethereum and call that Ethereum Classic, and there's a new fork of Ethereum that rolled back the hack, and they're called Ethereum. So I remember people trying to convince me that,
you were on a side?
I think most people followed Vitalik. Yeah, so, and I was new to it, and I still didn't fully understand the decentralized ethos. So I learned about smart contracts before I understood the decentralized ethos of Bitcoin. But of course, when I learned that in 2017, that pulled me in even further.
Yeah, it's really important to read the white paper. I remember that in 2021, I 100% came for the speculation part.
Yeah.
But I did read the white paper, the books like Mastering Bitcoin, Ethereum, had the basics, Go speculate whatever you want, but you need to understand the whole ethos behind this technology.
Yeah.
So I like that. So hopefully the leadership changes. But let's see what happens. So, how's your everyday life on Supra? You're talking with devs, investors, PCs. Are you trying to bring developers? What's your main focus right now?
Yeah, so we were talking about we launched a DeFi campaign called DeFi Revolution. We're onboarding a lot of DeFi applications that built in Move because we went to market as with Move mainnet. So the applications that have already built in other Move ecosystems could also build on Supra. So we spent some time incentivizing and talking about our vision of this vertically integrated blockchain with native oracles. And we were able to really inspire quite a few people to build on Supra. So from DeFi, we have some SocialFi and RWA and some games as well. But a lot of our focus, like I said, is in DeFi. So we're incentivizing builders, people that have built in the Move ecosystem. Now, we're also, because we're EVM testnet, there's a whole new world of developers. So we're now, as EVM is on testnet, we want to incentivize Ethereum developers to build on Supra, because you can actually, we're hoping to be the most high throughput EVM chain. And that's, I think having a multi-VM chain with Move, EVM for now, but eventually Solana, Cosm, Wasm, is going to be a big game changer. I think a lot of devs are going to be attracted to that. So that is a big focus of ours. We need to attract the devs. and these are the startups that are in different ecosystems that have like a borrowing lending protocol existing on Aptos or Sui, and they also want to deploy on Supra. So a lot of applications are going multi-chain. They want to tap into different liquidity pools, and it becomes more efficient for them. So that's our big focus. We already went mainnet and TGE in November.
Yeah.
So we're kind of past the VC phase, you know. We love to work now with. I think something that we're really good, just to be honest, something that we're very good at is research and development, and our team is just the best in the world in this space. Like, but one thing that we need to improve is tapping into this like Web3 culture, and some people might not know exactly what that is. Is it a feeling? Is it the community? And some other projects do pretty well with that. Mm-hmm. And it's something that we want to improve that. I think we're listening, and we're making plans to tap in to Web3 community more. I've been in this space since 2016, so I mean,
you need to hire
aren't I a part of the community? But there are new people that join, and there's new culture that gets created, especially when NFT craze. Actually, I was pretty into NFTs. I feel like NFTs were like the pure part of meme coins, and meme coins were just a whole nother speculative world. It's funny, like
NFTs were nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I started trading NFTs.
Okay, and I actually I kind of like I've always liked Dogecoin because it was a. Oh, you said NFTs?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Which one?
Actually, like I traded in a very centralized application.
Okay.
And so I didn't get like into Bored Apes or Azukis. I didn't get that. Like I specialize in single entity. It was really centralized. It got cool IPs like Disney and Marvel and things like that. But it wasn't part of the Web3 culture. But from there I pivoted like into crypto, alts, DeFi.
So your intro was NFTs?
NFTs.
Yeah. So actually, I was pretty deep in NFTs. I got into Bored Ape, but not early. I got a little not too late, but I got into Bored Ape when apes were like 30K USD. Okay. I think they were like 20 ETH or something at the time, something like that.
I think in USD value, that top was like 100K.
It was like 100. Yeah, more than 100, like 150. It's quite a bit. But I got into Bored Apes, and then that was the most interesting one. But there were others. Mm-hmm. It was fun.
You need to get you saw the new CTO of Aptos that went into Twitter and like started like this movement of Aptos looking good here and just shit posting, but people started looking into Aptos.
So shit posting is a part of Web3 culture. Mm-hmm. It's something that we're gonna definitely do more of. I think people like. I think it's just you don't want to like regurgitate content. You just don't want to like keep sharing about your company. People want to. They want to
have fun.
They want to have fun, and they want. They want to just. Yeah, they just want to shit post. And we need to do more of that, and we will.
Mm-hmm. I think part of why Solana succeeded so hard, besides anything technology or BD or mindset of product oriented, it was just simply the vibes. Like, I don't know. Like, they're just a fun community. It's good to hang.
Well, the thing is, like, my co-founder Josh knew the Solana founders back in San Francisco, and Solana at one point was struggling to survive. Yeah. Back in the day. This is pre FTX and Sam saying I will
like 2020
20 this is 2019.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, pretty early. And Solana was wasn't really recognized. And then all of a sudden, when Sam tweets about like, get the F out of here, I'll buy all your Solana at like, what was it, $2 or something, or like $3. That definitely brought a different wave of attention. I remember people having so much like, not respect for Sam from FTX, but they respected how well he was doing, and he just appeared to be like this savant genius.
Yeah.
When it just turns out like he wasn't, like, or he made a lot of mistakes, and he turned out not to be perfect. But no, I think Solana's success is partly that, but also I think they were able to have a lot of VCs in the Bay Area kind of get in early and then kind of raise it up. So there is some benefit to having, you know, some strong VC groups back you. We have some good backing.
Okay.
Yeah. Coinbase Ventures, Animoca, Republic.
Oh, nice.
In US, yeah. Yeah, I think that there's some benefit to that.
Okay. To finalize, like technology level, why are you better we're talking about Solana. Why are you better than Solana?
So one thing that's really important for blockchain, in our opinion, is uptime. To be able to liveness. We call it liveness. You want to be able to have a chain that is open 24/7.
Whatever.
7 days a week, you know, not closing on the weekends. That's really important to us, and so Solana has done really well at, especially at the hardware level, to be able to have specialized hardware, to have fast, cheap transactions for users, and so we respect them for that. But at Supra, we care more about the protocol and the protocol layer and the consensus layer optimization. So kind of more of the software algorithm optimization rather than the hardware. But yeah, I think Aptos, Sui, Supra, we're kind of in the same category. We have good blockchains that are as cheap and fast as Solana, but also having 100% uptime and liveness. And so I think, do
you guys have like a Telegram group of founders that are on the movement, or?
No, I mean, we're close. Like, you know, whenever I see identity, we're called like Team L1, but there's no one group. We have like a Supra Sui group, and the founders, Sam and Adeni and Kostas is there. We have a group with Aptos, and we have a group with Movement and IOTA.
Okay.
It's also because we service them with Oracle data, because we're not only native oracles, but we deliver Oracle to 80 plus chains.
That's nice. Yeah.
So that's like, we do that kind of as a service, or I'm not going to say as a public good, but we don't really charge much, but it helps us deepen our relationship with other L1s, nice. L2s.
I like that.
Yeah. It's like a public good.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say to the audience, like besides probably call to action to DeFi Revolution, to Supra, or?
Yeah, definitely check out our Twitter. Follow us on Twitter, Supra Labs, and check out DeFi Revolution. We're going to be launching in the next month or so a new kind of airdrop or earning campaign that is actually going to help guide you through DeFi and how to go to different apps in our ecosystem. And we're going to actually show you step by step, and make it super easy. So it could be a learning experience. Not all of us are completely knowledgeable degens, but we kind of want to like, educate people how to do that as well in the Supra ecosystem. So check out Supra Labs on X, and look out for the DeFi Twitter? Revolution campaign.
Your Twitter?
Mine?
Yeah.
John Evans Jones.
Okay, we will ping it in the description.
Let's do it.
It was really nice talking to you, John. Hopefully we can do it soon, and part 2, maybe with Josh.
Yep.
And let's go to Supra.
Let's go.
Let's make that bridge. Raza, este fue el podcast del día de hoy. Espero les haya gustado. Bastante información muy interesante de Supra y también de todo el lenguaje de programación de Move. Estamos aquí en MoveCon, en el evento de Move, y pues nos vemos en el siguiente Denver del siguiente año para que estén aquí con nosotros con John.
Adiós.
Adiós, hasta luego. Bye.